Hi everyone, this is Key. In this video, I want to give the agents who are going to participate in the 10-week program a sense of what to expect, a sense of what's in it for them. Why would you take this course that is provided to you by your brokerage? So I want to give you a sense of it. I want to give you some mechanics, the things you need to know, how I'm going to ask you to be held accountable. Remember, at the end of the day, the skill of getting listings is a skill, and you have to work it. Most of you are capable of increasing your production by at least 15 to 20% easily. But that requires self-discipline, that requires focusing on the skills of getting listings and having good scripts, good mindset, a good approach, good checklist. If you prioritize what's important in the listing process or the prospecting process, and you become more of a go-getter rather than an order taker, your business will shift. And I designed these 10 weeks in mind of you going to the next level. There's no need for you to take a course and stay where you are. So first of all, who am I? My name is Key. I'm a mindset trainer with Exit Realty. I have been doing this for, my God, at least 20 years. My background comes from the mathematics. Way when I was much younger, I was a mathematician, and I used to actually be a professor of mathematics. So I used to help people learn how to think in terms of calculations, in terms of putting a way together to understand the fabric, if you want to call it the fabric of the universe. Mathematics is at that fabric. So what I've learned is there is a way to learn, and there is a way to actually retain and implement what you're learning. And since I've been in the business of real estate for about 25 years, I've adapted some of those ideas and brought them into real estate to help agents do better. At the end of the day, the only reason an agent should take a training is to do better. They have to be nudged outside their comfort zone and go to the next level. Let's talk about this painful idea. 80% of the industry, which is realtors, do not prioritize prospecting. And I'm being kind. It's closer to 90%. Most agents think that this is a business of order taking. You show up, the broker gives you a business to work on, and you get paid. That's called a job. This is not a job. This is being an entrepreneur. An entrepreneur makes things happen. An entrepreneur does not wait. An entrepreneur goes and gets things, making them happen. This is why 80% of the agents in our industry end up fighting over the 20% of the business because they're all chasing buyers. And guess what? Once you tie up a property, that buyer has no chance. You have to keep looking at other ones. So the listing side drives our industry, and sometimes we forget that as realtors. We think we are in the servicing business. Yes, you are expected to service your business, but that's not why you get paid. You do not get paid to service. You get paid to create the deal and service the deal. And that mindset is for you to realize being a go-getter is a choice. It's a skill. It's something you learn. So I personally believe we could do better at Exit. Whatever other agencies are doing with their agents, bless them. I have no comment. They continue doing what they're doing. I want our agents to have a little bit more professionalism. I want them to be a little bit more demanding of themselves. I want them to be a little bit more self-disciplined. I want them to not always sit in their comfort zone. I want them to stick outside that comfort zone and make things happen. I want them to learn to ask for business in a non-salesy way. And all of these ideas are areas of skill. I also believe that every agent, each one of you listening to me, if you wanted it, you could earn a bronze award every year. What is a bronze award? It's basically 25 transactions a year. Is it doable? Absolutely doable. Is it something you want to do? I don't know. I mean, you have to ask yourself, should you do it? No, I don't. I cannot answer that for you. You should answer that for yourself. But you need to know if you have the training, if you have the mindset and the implementation, you will be able to reach this goal. But you cannot do it on the back of buyers. You have to do it on balancing your business by having a portion of it be listings. If you're new, it starts with 20%. So let's say you're a new agent. You want to rise to 20% of your production being listings. The year after that, you want to bring it to 40%. And the moment you are at 50-50 or maybe even 60-40, meaning 60% listings, 40% buyers, I mean, you've arrived. I mean, you become one of the top agents in your office. You win awards very easily. You are not as stressed as agents who only work with buyers. Now, what is the major obstacle of agents gaining a bronze award? Well, I'll tell you one of them. Their mindset is not as strong. They're iffy about their beliefs. They don't have good scripts. They don't have good self-discipline. They're not consistent in their implementation of their day, their business. They don't time block enough. They wake up and make stuff up. They don't have structure. Structure is necessary for success. It's not rigid. People think structure, confines you. No, it actually frees you up. I'm not asking you to be confined all day long. I'm saying 2 to 3 hours a day need to be structured. And if you structure 2 to 3 hours of your day, especially with prospecting, you will always do better. Let's dig deeper. Whether you call it fishing, whether you call it hunting, I call it prospecting. Prospecting is the art and the skill of asking for business. Learning how to ask for business with a smile on your face and that confidence that you know what you're doing is the best feeling you can ever develop. Those who wait for business to come to them tend to struggle the most. Those who are go-getters, guess what they do? They make things happen. They may not get it right all the time, but they're out there making it happen. So don't just learn how to service a lead. Ask yourself, how do I catch my own leads? So when you see people going fishing, metaphorically speaking, go fishing. You want to learn how to catch the listing. You want to grab your share of the listings. No one is going to just give them to you. You have to go get them. You have to go asking for them. And the more people you ask, the closer your chances, especially if you do it right with the proper script, for you to get what you need. This is a numbers game. You've heard it before. You know that. What people don't understand when they hear the word numbers game, they think it's a numbers game in the sense that some succeed and some don't. No. A numbers game simply means the more people you tackle, the more people you talk to about real estate, the higher your chances to find the people who will go, yes, we're ready to sell. We're ready to list our home. Can you help us? That's what I mean by a numbers game. So learn to catch the lead, not just to service the lead. You don't want to be on the shore waiting for the people who caught the fish for you to just clean it. You need to learn how to catch it as well. Now, here's the sessions. Your broker has made an investment in this program called the 10-week program. And it's a 10-week program for you. It's made up of 10 sessions. 5 of them are live. Every 2 weeks, you are in a class with me on a Wednesday at 11 a.m. Eastern for an hour and 15 minutes. There are 5 of them that are live. The weeks in between, you're going to get what are called bonus self-directed videos. These are topics you need to learn how to master, but you do them on your own. So I'll give you a link, I will give you a video, I'll give you a handout, and the videos are about an hour, and you sit down and you do the work on your own, and at the end of each class, there's assignments. So really the way you're working with me is 1 week you're with me live, 1 week you're on video by yourself. 1 week you're with me live in the office. 1 week you are doing it on your own. So it's a mixture. So really you're in the course for 10 weeks, even though we only see each other every other week at a live session. This is a live program. Then what I do, I ask you to join a private Facebook group. Now, why do I do this? Here's what I found. I found agents who learn a script, practice it, and then record themselves tend to remember the thing faster, tend to build their confidence very quickly, and guess what? They start asking for business more readily. They're not afraid anymore. The fear, they start conquering that beast, that fear, like, oh, what if this happens? They start making it smaller and smaller and smaller. Because fear is all here. There isn't really fear out there. All of the fear that you experience most of the time is driven by you. So how do you build your confidence? With repetition, with preparation. The more prepared you are, the more you repeat a task, the more comfortable you are at doing it. Think about driving. You didn't become a good driver from the get-go. You had to do it and 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 do it. And guess what? You now don't even think when you're driving. It's automatic. So what I'm saying to you is confidence is built by preparation and repetition. But you need to know what to focus on. So let me give you a sense of how things work. Prior to session 1, I'm going to give you a pledge. A pledge is a document that you read to prepare your commitment to your success. It's you investing in yourself. It's you telling yourself, I can do better. I need to do better. I'm capable of more. There's more to me than just the production I did in the last year. I can do better. So the pledge, and which I'll show you right now, is something like this. This is the pledge. It's a document that I would like you to read. And then as you read it, you're going to fill it out and you're going to check it and fill it out wherever you need to fill it out. And then you're going to sign it. And then you're going to give it to your broker. As part of the pledge, you get your first video. Your first video will be there, and that video is for you to watch. This one is called a branding video. So you will have that branded video, and then you watch it. It's a self-directed class that you do on your own. So the first step I'd like you to do is actually go to the... You'll get from me or from your broker a PDF, and then you go over it, and it has in it the pledge. Then I'm going to ask you to also join a special private Facebook group page. So this is the page of the group that we're in right now. So right now we have a group that's in it. We have 128 members in that group. And what happens is each week, as you learn a concept from me, I ask you to record yourself. What do I mean by that? I give you a script. I train you on what's called the logic of the script and the music of the script. Then you write your own version of it. For example, she's doing what's called my response script. I teach everybody how to do a response script. If somebody behaves this way, try to say this. And then you work on that script, you practice it, and then you record yourself on camera and share it with the group. Now, this group is private, and it is only for the people in the class. So the reason I created it is so that you can make mistakes. It's the kind of place where, as you see others doing it and you're doing it yourself, you're building your confidence, you're practicing your script, you're feeling good about yourself. So when you do it in real life, you're not as scared or as wobbly as you fear. You become a little bit more, you put it together. You feel more together when you have practiced your script. So like Kimberly is working on the response script. If you look at Lauren, she's working on her canvassing script. This is Amanda. She just is working on her just sold script. Every week I'm going to give you a script. and you're going to learn to use it to generate more business. If you go in here, you will see that Arlinda is working on her boss script. If you look at Lori, she's working on her just listed phone script, because we need to learn how to canvas on the phone and we need to learn how to canvas face to face. So you notice that she's doing that script. Sherry here is doing a script. She didn't tell us which one, but she's doing a script. And then each week, in between the weeks when we don't have a live class, I give you a video to watch on your own so that you can learn what you need to learn from the system. So I also ask you to get books. So in this case, Elizabeth is reading the book called Start With Why. So this private group was designed to help agents build their confidence and to collaborate with other people. So what are the sessions? There's 5 sessions, remember, that are live and 5 that are self-directed. The live session number 1 is called your prospecting mindset. How do you time block? How do you run your day? How do you focus on the things you need to focus on to get the proper system to run your business? How many hours a day should you dedicate to prospecting? How many hours a day should you dedicate to paperwork? What is an ideal way to run your day in a positive manner so you don't burn out? So we're going to learn to prospect, we're going to learn to time block, and we're going to learn to prioritize our day. So that's session 1. It's about an hour and 15 minutes. Session 2, we get into the beast. And the beast is what? Phone canvassing. How to master the phone. You need to fall in love with the phone. You need to become the master of the phone. You need to be able to be on the phone so comfortable that people just want to do business with you. That's the type of person you need to become. And it takes repetition and skill. But you need some scripts. You need some deliberate preparation. You need to know how to use the Bravo technique. You need to learn how to ask for business in a non-salesy way. You need to know the sequencing of your engagement with people. So that will be session 2. We'll learn about 3 or 4 scripts in that session, phone scripts. Then we learn about lead management. Well, what's the point of having leads if we cannot convert them? What's the point of having a follow-up system that doesn't work? We need to be more deliberate in our CRMs, how to use the CRM properly. What is a CRM? How do you use it consistently? How do you follow up? How many touches do you need between you and the person before they acquiesce and start picking you? What are the right procedures? What are the right checklists and the right scripts that you're going to be using when calling people to follow up? So we call that the follow-up system. Then session 4, that is live, we're going to learn how to canvas at the neighborhood level and how to create a branding for ourselves. How do we become attractive to other neighbors who are not selling right now, but could be selling in a week from now, a month from now, or even a year from now? How do we become visible? How do we plant the right seeds in the neighborhoods so that when that person is thinking about selling, they think of you? They get to go, let me talk to Susan. Susan is my realtor. Let me talk to her about the value of my home. We call that neighborhood canvassing. So that's another type of canvassing. And guess what? There's a procedure, there's some scripts, there's system, there's a mindset, there's a way of doing it that is non-salesy, meaning you're not trying to twist people's arm, you're trying to listen to them and engage them. So that would be that part of that class. And session 5, we're going to talk about farming, local farming of neighborhoods, and using a series of other scripts where, let's say you have a buyer and you're trying to find them a home. How do you approach potential sellers? How do you approach FSBOs? How do you approach people like expired listing? What is the mechanics and the language that you would use to locate the listing and engage those people so they pick you and work with you. So that's the live session number 5. The other 5 sessions, you'll get things like how to put together a proper elevator speech, how to handle objections when people are objecting, how do you create a good branding that is long-term, that is internet-based. So there'll be a lot of classes. So remember, you're going to do 10 classes with me, 5 live and 5 on your own. And each week, you're either in a live class or receiving something from me that you do on your own. I personally believe we need to stop thinking that some people are naturally born to be in real estate. I don't believe it. I know some of you believe it. I don't. The fact that a person has the gift of gab does not make them a good realtor. It just makes them having more courage to talk to people than you waiting. I think learning to talk to people is a skill. We need to stop thinking that these are areas of naturally born endeavors. We need to start thinking of them as skills and systems. If you have the skills and the system and you repeat them, you will do well. You do not have to change your personality. You just need to be prepared more. And I truly believe, because this program is about 3 months long, if you took it seriously and you invested in yourself for 3 months, you always do better. You always go to that next level. So let me show you that flyer that had the pledge in it. Besides the pledge, I give you in that PDF the description of all of the sessions. I give you what the mindset of them, what you should be expecting from me. I give you a sense of what is it that you really want so that you can have a good business plan, so you can have a good preparation for this business. Because the truth of the matter is, this business is not easy. It is a demanding career. Not everyone is made for real estate because they're not willing to invest in themselves. They're not willing to invest in the skills necessary to do well. It's not an investment that is financial. It is an emotional investment that some do and some don't. So this is why when Stan and I were designing this 10-week whole office program, we divided. We took Stan and have him work with the brokers. And then I took the agent, which is my specialty, and I put them in my boot camp of 10 weeks. And what we see, agents do better. If you learn to ask for business, not only do you feel good about yourself, you feel more confident, and you become more attractive. It's just a simple formula. Confidence makes you attractive, especially if you're not a manipulator. Remember, I'm talking about confidence, not arrogance. Arrogance is when you think you know more than other people. Confidence is you know your job, you know what you're doing, and you do it really well. So keep that in mind. So let me end with this success idea. It comes from this book called Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. I think everybody at some point needs to get this book. Do not wait. The time will never be just right. Start where you stand and work whatever tools you may have at your command. And better tools will be found as you go along. The way I see this boot camp, these 10 weeks that you're with me, I see them as a foundation of success. I don't see them as success itself, because the right spices come from you. You're the one who's going to put in the right spices. You're the one who's going to show up and do the work. You're the one who's going to take these ideas and run with them or not. If you run with them, you'll start experiencing results. And the more results you get, the better you feel about yourself, the more people want to give you business. Have you noticed that the best time to get another listing is when you have one? When you don't have a listing at all, it's difficult to get a listing. But when you have one, it's easier to get another one. Well, that's the mindset. Success breeds success. So surround yourself with people who are positive, people who believe in success, people who believe in pushing themselves to the next level. I hope I've given you enough about the program so that you know what to expect from me. I look forward to seeing you in my classes. You already know about the pledge. You know about the Facebook group. Be on the lookout from your broker to send you those things. And I look forward to seeing you in class. Take care, my friend.